She take my money when I'm in need.
Prepare yourself for the worst. Prepare yourself for a juicy one. A big juicy one. A big fucking fish. A big you're not supposed to swear in the first 30 seconds. A big big old bass fish, big old catfish. What's the biggest fish you ever caught? This is bigger. Yeah, this one is gonna be interesting though. And should we? Do you have a nice name? Do you have a fun?
What? I wasn't gonna do a bit at all. I'm not doing anything.
You don't have? What are you praying?
Yeah. It's Hail Mary, full of Dave. It's God's gift to podcasting, David Bean.
Full of Dave. Whoa. What
Full
the
of
hell?
Dave, bro.
What the hell? you don't want to lead us in the It's Been a While prayer?
No. I did.
It's
Hail
been
Mary,
a
full of
while.
Dave.
It's been a
Bend
while.
over, baby.
You already know it. You're already here. No, I guess you might be new. This one might be. You might have searched this up, and this might be. You might be new to the show. And welcome. Stick around. We got some fun shit going on. Okay, so there's really no other way to do this besides just to dive right the hell into
I'm
this,
about to
dude.
dive in. It's by Chris Brown.
Didn't he? What did he do?
He punched Rihanna.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, he's an abuser. He's a bad dude.
Did you ever see when there was a video of him doing his community service where he was picking up the trash, and Andy Milonakis put the Rihanna work, like, I want to see you work.
Work.
I remember when Chief Keef had to pick up like horse shit after a Chicago parade when he was doing community service.
That one's funny.
That was very funny.
That would have been. I could see somebody trying to kill him during that, like a rival gang, like to just like he's right out in the middle of the road.
Yeah, there are certain places that just won't give Chief Keef police protection anymore because it's not worth it. It's gonna be so hard, so he just doesn't go certain places anymore.
Because yeah, I could see somebody like, can I say JFKing him? Is that okay? Someone JFKing him. He's in the middle of the street. He's a public figure. Chief Keef was at one point as substantial to America as JFK was at one point.
I agree with that.
So if
He's had as much of an impact on the American psyche.
So he got shot from a building and fell into horse poop. That would have been like the way to kill him. But
Yeah, that would be as big, if not bigger, news than when JFK got shot. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, exactly. So there we go. This is a tangent. We got a very, very weird episode, and no nickname.
Bro, I'm just doing a bit now. It's not always be nicknames. I'm over it. I'm evolving as a podcaster.
For this one, it could work if you were Dave Kanye West.
I said God's gift to podcasting.
Dave Kanye West Bean. Because we got.
Are we talking about Kanye?
We're talking about. This is all about Kanye. No.
I could steal the bit. You can call me Caleb David Bean Harper.
Here we go.
If you want.
That's what we're doing. Okay, let's do it. Today we have BeansHype, which from that name does not really give you anything. And after completely doing the research I've done,
It's BeansHype, not BeansHype.
no, the H is capital. And I've done a little bit of research. Somebody else did quite a bit of research, so I kind of, once I found that, I stopped doing mine because I realized that was kind of all of it. And this is BeansHype. And this is the story.
BeansHype is the girl?
BeansHype is the girl.
Okay, yeah, I've seen. Yes, okay,
Yeah, have
I'm
you
very
seen-
familiar with this.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I know when you said earlier, like it was big on. It was like a huge deal on Twitter. And I
Yeah.
was like, how have I not? Because I'm on Twitter way too much, especially with my current job. So like,
So is this what you?
This isn't the tweet I saw. I just knew that something funny happened with... I don't even want to give it away with the research, but yeah.
Yeah. So I have added a little bit to this. A lot of this is this boy Jacky's thread, Jack William RTF. Thank you for putting this together, friend of the show.
Jacky boy.
Jacky boy. if I mean, I might reach out. It might be worth it to talk to you about this. Also, you were very good at finding all of this. I've added a few things here. I added a few things that he didn't include because I don't think it was relevant to put it in his Twitter thread. Because that putting together a Twitter thread seems like kind of a bitch because you have very limited.
Yeah, it's better now than it used to be with the excited characters.
Yeah. But he did a very good job of putting this together. I've sprinkled in my shit, but he put it together perfectly in chronological order. I've sprinkled a few things that aren't in chronological order. But we have a thread on BeansHype, which is this girl right here.
Wood smash.
Who was a 19-year-old who married her 89-year-old boo this weekend in Arkansas. And, you know, I guess on the surface level, there's nothing inherently wrong.
Nothing wrong yet.
Being 70 years older.
It's a little sus, but
it should be looked at if you marry somebody that's 70 years older than you. It should be like, all right, let's see the chemistry, because I need some sort of validation on that, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna find out very quickly that it's probably not in the right. So here they are married. And this is jumping ahead quite a bit, but this is just a nice little icebreaker. Mrs. Vagina Jones up there.
Hilarious.
I thought it was funny because it's not Miss. It wasn't Miss before the marriage. It was Mrs. pre and post marriage.
That might be a reference to something too. I don't know.
Also, I forgot who it was, but I did see one tweet that called this cake a bloody tampon cake.
Yeah.
Which is
yeah.
Oh no, he's gonna sip on it. He's drinking. He's just gonna play with it. He'll dry up with his little paws. But yeah, Miss Vagina Jones. So it's a little dark here at the start here, but firstly, her husband Lee Hopkins, who widowed 2 years ago in a car accident, claimed his 90-year-old wife Elizabeth.
Car accident at 90, that's brutal.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna pull up this article, but it is a legitimate article. We can put it that way.
Gotcha. Also, he was into older chicks beforehand, apparently.
Yeah, she was 2 years older than, or no, he's 89. That would have been 3 years older than him. He went from a +3 to a -70.
I'm just making observations.
It's
scientific.
It's a funny
observation.
It's a funny fucking observation. +3 to -70. Yeah, I mean that is worth pointing out.
It sucks, bro. I want to make people laugh. Every time people laugh, I'm like defensive now.
But I've seen some people call this fake. This is not fake. I was on the obituary for this woman. This is not like not this particularly this whole thing, but yeah, we'll put it that way. It's this, to what I'm gathering, this is real. So at some point, BeansHype, aka Olivia Hopkins, that's her married name. Her maiden name is Stone, so Olivia Stone, was employed at Brookdale Senior Living Center where she met Lee. On July 2nd of this year, she tweeted the following: I was encouraged by her friends to get that bag, sis.
Nothing wrong with this.
Funny guy George.
Weird thing to...
Okay with gold digging's fine in my opinion.
That's a strange thing to tweet though, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you were a gold digger, you should just do it.
Yeah. This is like the most public form of gold digging I've seen. At least it's not with like a celebrity.
Because I guess it's not illegal to do that, right? I guess it's not illegal to be a gold digger, but
no. In some cases, it might be. I don't want to say romantic, but kind maybe, to just kind of help someone see out the end of their life. And
okay, yeah, I thought you were gonna say it's kind or it's romantic to them because they like being drained of money. I was like, I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Was it Findom or whatever?
Yeah, pay pigs and shit. I don't think my boy Lee Hopkins is a pay pig, though. I will say that. I don't think he was getting off by the idea of being drained. But I think in a financial legal situation, as we'll see a little bit later, I don't think you should be publicly tweeting these things.
No.
So
but,
yeah,
we know some overshares too.
But also, why am I considering this? He's 90 years old. What the fuck is wrong with me? Or what is wrong with me? LMFAO. Obviously, it doesn't seem like your heart's in it at all. And it seems like more of a group chat thing than a tweet.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she found love after. Maybe she was like, "Why am I considering this?" And then she's like, "Oh wait, he's the sweetest person in the whole world."
I would love it if that was the case, but let's keep going. So here's this article, the Nationalist Review, and this is a picture of her working in the place, and this is the biggest thing is no one's 100% sure on.
When did she tweet?
This is July 2nd.
Oh, of this year. Okay.
Yeah. So
I was
this
gonna
is
say like. She's only 19. If it was, it could be a little bit sus if they met like as
yeah, no.
his wife had passed, but never mind.
Yeah, no. At this point, I'm more worried about where his like cognitive state is than hers.
Yeah, 90. I've met a couple 90-year-olds that were there.
At that point in time, it was just like a crapshoot. Some people's brains go like in their 70s.
Yeah, some people are very sharp still. Some people are just wandering, basically. So July 23rd, again, very good job putting us together, Jacky. The following screenshots from a DM group. The reply.
Buys.
What is that?
I'm guessing they're just bisexual.
The reply by.
Yeah, do you know what reply guys are?
It's like a Twitter thing.
Okay.
So yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, it's very funny.
That's a good name for a group chat. Yeah.
But what does that say there at the end? And positive self therapy. I don't know if that's what this would be considered. Discusses the possibility of a sexual relationship and reveals if we get married, I would be the sole person to get his inheritance.
That's wild. This guy, does he have kids?
So this is where it did get a little fuzzy. In the obituary, it does say that that their son passed away. I'm guessing the son passed away at, maybe 40, from like what I've gotten from it.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a mention here in a few pictures we'll see that's kind of relates to that. But yeah, the fact that she straight up said, I would be the sole person who gets his inheritance is, again, just words that shouldn't come out of your mouth if you're gold digging, I guess. They could play in your head, sure.
This is also a group chat.
This is also a group chat.
There's nowhere that you can, you can fess up.
It's the reply buys.
Yeah.
It's the reply buys in the positive self-therapy group. Yeah. And then here, this is one of the ones I plugged in. This isn't one of the ones that our boy Jacky had. Like I said, I wish I could start OnlyFans because I don't care about people seeing me naked, but for some reason I have a thing about taking money from people. So again, just kind of like, it seems very literal, which is why I understand why people could think this is fake, is because this almost just seems too cut and dry. So then this guy
at Saddy Daddy.
Dude,
good usernames on this.
Yeah, so far, unfortunately, I don't know what the RTF and Jacky's name means, but unfortunately, the guy who put all this together has the weakest username. Sorry to say, Jacky, you're a friend of the show, but Saddy Daddy.
Name, I assumed it was like she was saying she was Osmosis Jones' wife, and her name was Vagina. That's where my brain jumped to immediately, but
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what the reference is, but
that's where my brain jumps, and that's where I've been at.
Hey, I'm gonna give her a few extra points if it's Vagina Jones, Osmosis Jones's wife.
No, I would almost bet that somebody called another character that an insult in a show, and so she took and used it as her username. Me and Jake do that all the time with display names, especially with Community. He'll change his like Templeton Ferrari the Third.
You guys are TV experts. You should do something about that.
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
But but you and me are gonna take the inheritance and leave our dreams with Michael and Max, I guess. So multiple people now are in on this inheritance. It's not just not just her. They're splitting this pie up at this point. It looks like. And
I wonder what her friends are doing to earn it. I mean, that's nice for her to give it away, but.
Also,
mutual aid, man.
The fact that now they're leaking the group chats though makes you think,
maybe they didn't get their money.
Well, maybe they didn't get their money. Maybe there's a reason why they decided to back out of this. So August 12th marks the latest day their sexual relationship could have begun. Trigger warning: horny and old man.
Oh, there's grosser tweets that I've seen from her. I'm sure you're gonna pull them up.
Oh yeah, those are right around the corner. No man has ever has an excuse to spend less than 2 hours downstairs again. If your great grandpa can do it, then you can too.
Man, that old man's eating pussy for 2 hours.
2 hours.
King.
2 hours. So
I need an inhaler, bro. Oxygen mask.
yeah, I've never seen an old man sit in a recliner for more than 15 minutes without dozing off. this is beyond impressive. And I never liked balls till I gargle this.
He's got to have long balls. Too.
Easy to gargle.
Yeah.
Easy to gargle balls on this man.
Deep throat is
and
spaghetti noodles.
it's not there done yet though. I woke up insanely horny and I'm on my period, but that reminds me of the other night when I told Lee to warn him about it, and without missing a beat, he said, "You can still orgasm on your period, king shit." Lee didn't say this. I don't believe Lee said that. I do not believe my boy Lee Hopkins said that.
Said that.
You think a 90-year-old man said this?
Period
Dude, he does not have. He doesn't.
He doesn't know where the fuck he is.
He doesn't know how many more times he's gonna have sex. He's saying, "Girl, throw a towel down. I'm on the way out."
Hey, I guess if you put it like that, if
You don't care if shit smells like pennies for a day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like you can take a shower. I'm sure he's.
God.
He's 89. He's been married for like many years? So
there's
like,
no way he doesn't have the chair in the shower
he's
though,
had
so
to
it's a
just,
whole
like,
thing.
Be able to deal with it.
Yeah, remind me to tell my mom she can't watch this one.
This one's bad. This one we might get like our first language strike off this one. And see, here's another one I plugged in, but undressing my 89-year-old husband before we consummate our marriage.
That's funny.
That's very funny. Yeah.
Thank you, Marty Moogle.
Yeah. All
Marty
the
the
tweets
Mooch
surrounding this have been extremely.
So yeah, Jacky didn't put this in for good reason, not necessary to the plot, but something I wanted to sprinkle in. We got the time to do it.
There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah. And then this one I just didn't really fit in anywhere. I am not going to thirst tweet about Joe Biden. I would never fucking do that. Just shut up already.
What if she's into old people now?
Yeah, people saying like, "Hey, Joe Biden kind of looks like Lee."
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if she's MAGA.
But Biden's a married man, so maybe she's just being respectful.
Yeah, I mean, I know of a specific married man president that cheated.
Who also has a gold digger wife, but he just won't die.
Yeah, they may have also fucked children. Alright, let's move on. So I need to speak to your manager, and then I'm going to fuck your grandfather. Again, this is what makes it seem fake, is because it seems almost so cut and dry.
Yes, bro, but you know how much porn there is of just, like, young girls fucking old dudes? And how much, like, even granny porn there is out there? I don't doubt that she's sexually attracted to this man and, like, enjoys fucking him.
I mean, I think this was a big game to her. I think this was a big. I think this was a big chess game to her. Basically, I think she became an adult and was like, "How am I gonna like decide fate for something?"
Yeah, bro. I don't know how much money this dude has, but if she could be done working at 19 and fucking.
So I'm gonna piss and shit and vomit on myself. Lee has so much fucking money. So much fucking money. Fucking hell! I've literally been homeless before. So I haven't found any proof on that. But homeless at 18? Do you think she was homeless pre-18? Pre-being...
There's a lot of homeless teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess if you...
could have been like a kid whose parents were homeless.
Just being like a 6-year-old and being like, one day I'm going to fucking marry an old man.
Yeah, it's like, it's an epidemic, especially like on the West Coast.
And it depends what you mean by homeless, too. Like...
Also... Just something. This should be something that's in your head when you're taking a shower. Not I'm gonna tweet this to the world.
Yeah. Or again, the group chat at least.
Yeah.
But, like she could be not even like homeless, but like couch surfing. I've been a couch surfer before.
Yeah, not like
not had a real place.
Not like with a Panera cup on like a
right.
Street corner, but I'm
There's
gonna
like different types of homeless.
Yeah. But from that, I'm gonna piss and shit and vomit on myself.
It's just funny.
She is funny.
She's good at tweeting.
She is good. Yeah, she just needs to realize what she's doing is.
And that misplaced G.
If she put not her face and not that dude's name, hilarious thread. Hilarious.
Wait, what do you mean?
If she would have just like not posted her face and not posted the dude's name and her like friends' names and shit.
Oh yeah, if this was all what you mean, like this was like an anonymous thing that could be fake.
If I just saw this tweet, that'd be very funny.
Yeah, let me at least think that this is fake, so that it's, yeah, we'll keep going. So on August 25th until 28th, flirting with people on the timeline, making jokes about Lee's health. So this is where it starts to get concerning. Cook the meat out of me in the replies. Okay, send me your meat. I'm telling Lee. What's he gonna do? Forget.
This is the first one I saw.
This is when it's like
the first tweet that I saw.
This is, I think, is the turning point where you can say that definitively this should not have happened.
Yeah, that's shitty to say, but still very funny.
Yes, again, but it's like...
Again, I guess I don't know. Is this dude in that group chat? Because if he's part of that group chat and is
this
like...
This is a random man, I
think
this is a random boy.
I just thought it was interesting. There was Funny Hannibal and Funny Guy George. I didn't know if they were in like one of those.
So this is some Christmas pictures of just like, oh, I wish I had this. And it says, damn, this one made me sad too. And then Kurt from Good Joke Center said, aren't you engaged? And she said, bro, he could die before Christmas. Again, funny. This is a real man, though.
Yeah.
And why did Lee just refer to my pussy as love flesh? I'm going to piss myself. Maybe because he full-on has dementia.
Don't like that one. That's gross.
It's funny for her too. If I was having sex with a girl, an appropriate age girl, and she's like, oh yeah, give it to me when I love flesh, I would laugh about it and probably tweet about it. I would definitely at least tell the Instagram group chat.
Okay, but if you were dating a woman that's 70 years older than you, and she said, oh yeah, get in my love flesh, and then stared off into space.
I wouldn't have 20 fucking tweets about it. You guys would hear about it, though. You might not even put it in a group chat, but I would be telling you guys and laughing about it.
Yeah, that's like, if somebody said love flesh to me, I would laugh about that a lot. I wouldn't tweet it, but also, anytime the word flesh is used, I don't like it. Flesh is not a good word.
Yeah.
Unless it's in front of light, I don't want to hear it.
And, yeah, love fleshlight.
Love flesh, baby.
Love flesh, baby. Love flesh. Love. I was gonna say something.
Flesh dance. Last one.
Oh, what I was gonna say is what
Flash dance.
Of you telling me in private is like, I guess considered what, locker room talk, and which
I guess
is
boys being boys.
Yeah,
it's just a boys.
Which, you know, if you were to tell me that, it would be not in a grab her by the pussy situation where there's a chance we're mic'd. It would be more, oh, we're in
This house is always mic'd.
What do you got? What? You got it as mic'd?
Well, I mean, I have all the cameras set up for security, so everything is being filmed.
I'm recording it all. I have it all going straight to the police just in case something goes down. They have a full feed of every room. The camera's right there. Point back. It's under one of your hats, dude. I didn't want to show up on the pod. Hold up. The 19-year-old dementia-addled husband was in Laos during Vietnam. Thinking about how Lee has eaten dog in Laos, but won't eat lettuce because it's for rabbits. Again, just not something you tweet. I don't know. Even if you're full on or in love with your husband, and he's 70 years older than you, that just seems... I mean, to be fair, that happened like 60 years ago.
That's insane. Imagine the life this guy's lived. He was like in Laos committing war crimes. And then
eating dog.
He was married to his loving wife Elizabeth for like 60 plus years.
And I think they were on their way to IHOP when they died. Yeah.
Was he in the car when she died?
Yes, they were both in a car accident together.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
He was looking at some hot young thing, got distracted, and drove the car off the road into a tree.
She was driving.
She was
driving.
She went to slap him for looking at some young girl's ass.
Yeah, he was like, I want to fuck 19-year-olds, babe. And she got him. October 7th, my step-grandson is 13 years older than me. And I have step-great-grandchildren.
Yeah, I was gonna. If he had like no heirs,
yeah,
to his inheritance, I would be like,
now
I don't mind what she's doing, but
I don't want this to be weird that I've dug this deep. But in the obituary, that says nothing about her being survived by grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
But it does say that their son did pass away.
Mm-hmm.
Do they do that? I mean, I guess you don't necessarily want your grandchildren's name in an obituary.
It depends on like how many grandchildren you have, or like newspaper, and how long the obituary is gonna be.
Yeah, it's someone's got to write the obituary, so they might have just not wrote it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I don't know whether there's like static info that has to be in every obituary. I mean, obituaries are inherently strange, so I think
Yeah.
you should be able to not withhold your like grandchildren's names, because it's like when you search names, it'll come up in people's obituary. Like if you Google search,
Right.
like that's just something that
It just depends on who writes it, and a lot of times they're written and they get the information from the child, which if they don't have a child, then obviously they probably went to Lee, depending on what shape he was in after the accident. I guess I don't know. I didn't read the article. So he might have just not said anything about the grandson for...
Well, I think shortly
whatever
after the
reason.
article, he did end up in the home where she would
Yeah.
have met him.
Well, and there's also the fact that, you know, he they might have asked, like, oh, yeah, do you have any kids? And he would be like, oh, yeah, but, you know, we're not survived by them. He passed. So they probably didn't even ask about the grandchildren after that.
That makes sense, because that's been one of the only things that makes this seem potentially not real. Which I'm not even trying to like debunk this. I think this is real. It just you have to
Right.
look, you have to just check. Yeah. So 2 days before the wedding, buddy here said, "I did say the next one would be spicy. Early good night, team." And there's just I don't know what the full picture of this is.
He's a crop top king, but he's showing us all the wrong parts.
He is. That is what appears to be going on.
That dude's a
up
crop
here.
top king.
Yeah, Bryson is a crop top king. I mean, he is wearing a crop top. Look.
Yeah,
Cool.
good for
I've been
him.
wanting to cut one of my shirts into a crop top for a while, but I don't have any fabric scissors. And I
You gonna go to
if
Michael's
regular
tomorrow?
scissors are fine. Go to Michael's.
Uncle Michael's.
Go to Michael's?
Yeah, to get some fabric scissors. We're making crop tops. You want to come?
Oh, maybe. So yeah, it's just him. I don't know what the rest of this picture looks like. His dick might be out, I guess. I don't know. I
At
didn't.
the very least, his big muscles.
Yeah, and she said, "So when I'm widowed, do you want me?" Jesus. I try and flirt with someone on here, and they're like, "You're getting married. Damn, bitch, we know. I say it in every other tweet. Y'all don't think Lee knows I get bitches? He and his wife were together for 70 years because they could sleep with other people."
Well, there you
So they're
go.
probably yeah. Okay, that's
I don't know if this is true. I also.
That could be a lie, but
Yeah. I can
we only
see-
know what we see.
Yeah. And then this dude, I thought this was a very funny reply. Sorry for not believing that a 19-year-old e-girl with the username Mrs. Vagina Jones is in love with a super wealthy 89-year-old husband with dementia.
well, love comes in many different.
Do we know that he
forms.
has dementia?
Yeah, she's only made like a couple jokes about it. I would say that joke about my 89-year-old wife, even if she didn't have dementia, because low hanging fruit.
I know he has dementia, and you guys will see.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Nobody can call me a gold digger because I'm almost spending $4,000 on Lee's wedding band. Well, why are you doing that? I guess. And God forbid,
I'm
but
sure
this
it's her
man
4,000
could
also.
literally die next week.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's using Elizabeth gems. I saw this.
yeah, I'm storing these here. Lee and I are going to a few jewelers tomorrow to see if we can find a way to take out the diamonds from his ring from his late wife and put them in his wedding ring from me. And I'm really excited. That's such a precious way. Or from me? I'm guessing this means for me.
Yeah.
I doubt Lee's wearing a fat-ass diamond in his ring. Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Dudes sometimes wear diamonds in
Yeah.
wedding rings. There's different like styles of
That's
wedding rings.
yeah.
for
If
dudes.
they're putting it in the ring for him, that's kind of cool.
To honor us both.
Yeah, he's got a new wedding ring, and then he's got the diamonds from her old wedding ring. So
Okay.
I think depending. I think all this is just like depending
This
on
word
their
If this word is
relationship.
wrong,
that's a big autocorrect changer.
and that could have for to from could be autocorrect. If this is for me,
Yeah,
that's
F,
insane.
it could.
I don't even think that's that crazy. I think it's.
Having the dead wife's diamonds in her ring, dude.
I
When
guess
she's
what else
free-
you can do with the fucking diamonds?
I don't not put him in the ring that she's gonna finger herself with on her OnlyFans.
Well, I would probably take that ring off. If I was him and I had a widowed wife, I would probably just like Lord of the Rings style, just put that on a necklace and keep it around my neck, and then have.
I would cast it into the fire.
You would destroy it, yeah. Fuck that hoe. Except not Elizabeth. But she sounds. I don't know anything about Elizabeth, but I bet she's nice.
Okay. Sorting out the puzzle pieces by color so I can find where they go easier. And Lee said, "Why are you segregating them?"
He's anti-racist.
That's good. Yes. Trigger warning: I'm going to get pregnant and kill myself and the baby at 9 months,
Jesus
despite
Christ.
this stupid ass lady in here. Fuck you. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
October 10th, Lee continues to show signs of worsening mental health that began as late as the car crash that took the life of his wife in August 2018. Lee is confused this morning.
Wait, go back. What was the tweet underneath that, or is that?
That's this.
Okay.
This is the big version. Lee is confused this morning, and we handed him a glass. Who's we? We handed him a glass of tea, and he said, "Do you know what's in this glass?" And we said, "It's tea," and he said, "No, it's desire."
Is that him being very funny, or is that him being a confused old man? Because that'd be a fun
That's
thing
true, yeah.
if somebody said that.
He
I'm
used
gonna
to
say that next time David gives me a drink.
he used to be a superintendent in Memphis, and I think when we woke him up suddenly, he went back to that because he thinks Rosalind is a teacher, and he thinks I'm a student, and he's giving us a speech about needing to get the job done.
Who's Rosalind? Is that like his caretaker?
Well,
Maybe
they
his
said we, so
caretaker?
I'm assuming that's the other person probably taking care of him.
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe this is the caretaker there. This alone, if this is true, at 5:12 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
he's got full on dementia. This is if you think someone is something else, if you think someone is someone else, then you have dementia or something else. If you're 90, it's
either way,
dementia.
his brain's not all the way there. I feel bad for the guy. That's like
Yeah, and again, like I mean, what you were saying is he don't know how many fucks he's got left in him. So
yeah.
if he's got somebody wiping his ass and sucking his dick for him here at the end, then like so be it. But I think the whole thing combined, I think her just like running his name through the mud on Twitter and being like, he's gonna die by Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're kind of circumventing all of the good you're doing at the same time.
Yeah,
like,
if she had done this totally silently, obviously, one, we wouldn't be talking about it, and two,
Yeah, good
it's just
episode.
like a little less sinister.
Yeah, I would go as far to say that this is sinister. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is where we get into the legal aspects. Okay, currently my 90-year-old fiance and I are getting married Sunday, but we will probably have to fight litigation from the big rich boys bank in court. Who wants to screenwrite this one?
Is that her step grandson?
Wait, what?
The Big Rich Boy's bank. Or is he the Big Rich
her
Boy?
husband.
I think this was just meant. Oh, okay, yeah, the big rich boy. Calling
So
him,
does that
calling him
mean-
the big rich boy.
Is it talking about Lee, or is that talking about her step grandson?
I think this is about Lee
Okay.
calling him the big rich
Or-
boy.
So, like, if you don't have someone that you're also, like, leaving your money to, the government just takes that shit. So the government could
Yeah.
very well, there could be some government agent who's like, fuck that. He's got millions of dollars. Let's not let him give it to this 19-year-old girl who's probably taking advantage of him.
Even though we're
Right.
taking advantage of him too.
Right.
The money could be used for good.
Everyone wants to exploit Lee.
Yes. And weirdly enough, the bank and the government, I can't believe I'm saying this, could use that money for good faster than old Mrs. Vagina Jones, I'm sure. I doubt she's given this to any sort of charity.
Yeah, we'll see. We got to keep clicking through.
Yeah. Wait, so why would you have to fight litigation? His bank doesn't like me.
Okay, so Big Rich Boy is Lee.
Because I'm so much younger than him, and they think I'm going to take advantage of him. This is, again, what makes it feel fake. It's just how literal this is.
Mhm.
Like, but they can't sue you for marrying him if he's fit to decide, can they? That would be insane. No, but his assets are in a trust that is currently under control of his trust advisor at the bank, who has made it so he only has a small allowance.
Yeah, so if he doesn't have full access to all of his finances, then he's probably not of a sound mind, which is probably why they're in litigation.
Yeah, imagine like if you were like, "Hey, I need to take out $200," and the bank was like,
That happens
"No."
every day.
But like to like one of us, it'd be like, "What the fuck? Like why?" You know what I mean? So like for Lee not to be like, "What the fuck? Why can't I touch my money?" Obviously, there has to be some reason why he's not angry that his money.
Well, we don't know that he's not angry. He doesn't have a Twitter account to be tweeting about all this.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if he made a Twitter account?
Dude, that would be legendary. I ultimately, from this, I want Lee on the pod. I know that won't happen, but
Oh, so Lee's alive.
Lee's alive. You think she did not murder him?
I was waiting for it.
Spoiler alert, she didn't murder Lee.
I was waiting for it, dude.
To our knowledge, these are married Sunday, 5 days. This is a week ago. Exactly, these tweets basically. So, we'll see. I mean, old girl could murder old boy, or young girl could murder old boy. And October 11th, so 4 days ago, Lee and Olivia get married. He looked fine AF in that tan suit. I love my man. And here we got the more.
I like that suit, and I do like her dress.
Version.
It's a nice dress.
It kind of looks like your suit in Hanson's wedding.
I wasn't.
His suit, his tuxedo.
They weren't gray.
They were tan.
No, they what?
What color were they?
They were like gray. Yeah,
I don't know.
they were gay. What are these shoes? These are the shoes that you wear in a nursing home now.
Those are. I know exactly what those are. Those are from San Antonio Shoemakers. I used to sell those. They're for old people.
How much are those?
Those are like $150 shoes.
Okay. So
yeah,
they
have nice slick bottoms, so you can use them with a walker.
Wait, does he have
easier.
diamonds on? Yeah, he's got diamonds on that ring.
Okay, damn, we got it. That's his wife's ring. Is this his class ring?
Possibly.
Or is this?
Or his high school football championship ring? You don't know.
That's the ring of power. This is the one that needs to go into the fire. That's how she's controlling him with her.
Old man wear lots of different rings.
Yeah, this is.
If he's Catholic.
Dude, it's red. This is her succubus ring that she's got on his finger to control his mind.
Wait, is her ring? How many diamonds are in her ring?
Oh yeah,
Let's see that band.
That looks pretty big.
That's a big rock.
Looks fucking like a couple
very-
pebbles in there, dude.
Looks like a wedding I would enjoy going to. I love weddings.
This just happened. This was on Sunday. we just missed it. We just missed the fucking Miss Vagina Jones Lee Hopkins wedding.
It looks like they did it outside, so they're trying to be somewhat responsible.
Another thing, I can't find any pictures that's not just them two. Now, we have this, which isn't that crazy to just take this photo. Same with this one. Like, okay, they're just on a swing.
But I don't see an officiant off to like the side of them even.
But then
here
we do have a whole little arch that we're
might
working with.
Also be because
this one though.
That looks like it's a full blown reception.
That's a tiny fucking cake though.
But yeah, then again.
Yeah. Again, they
COVID.
might be being responsible.
I guess they all have diabetes.
Like when my sister got married, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, like it was like just her and her husband, and then like
weddings are just different now.
Yeah, it's like my parents and his parents and stuff.
So, yeah, I guess that doesn't necessarily, but I thought that was interesting that there's no pictures of anybody else.
That is interesting.
That is, yeah, but it might have just been tiny. I mean, it's not tiny enough for them. I mean, they got all these lights behind these curtains. They do have a cake.
You're supposed to keep the cake topper, eat that a year later. So really, they only have 2 tiers. That's like.
Well, she knew he was gonna die, so they didn't need to save any cake.
Yeah, they ain't had a year anniversary.
But that bloody tampon cake, I forgot who fucking made that joke on Twitter. Very funny, but that's not a lot of cake. So yeah, there must not be that many people at this. But also, maybe a ton of people were like, "Fuck that! I'm not going to that." There's a pandemic and. It's weird. You're talking about him eating your pussy on Twitter. I'm not going to this weird.
And I'm sure all of his friends are high risk and probably can't come, being old people.
All his friends are probably dead.
Yeah, but I'm saying any friends he does have that would come.
Song.
Push him to
all my friends.
All his friends are dead. Yeah, all his friends are dead. Yeah.
If you're somehow listening to this, Lee, I'm so sorry, dude. We're not. It's just situation is fucking bonkers. And then here's our HD picture. Are those for sure the shoes? Let's make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's checking out.
Oh, what's this? Okay, they're like in a. Is this a house? I can't tell.
It's probably an event center.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Bro.
Oh my god.
Fellas out there. And lady fellas. And non-binary fellas. If you would like to take Xavier's job and make it so he only does the one job, the funny job, maybe hit us up.
That was just my computer being weird.
If you have a computer that we could have, we would
Yeah, we're always trying to take some computers off people's hands, dude. Miss Vagina Jones, we are married. And congrats, but didn't he die in the 8th movie?
That's mean.
With
Yeah, that's
Snoke,
just mean.
with Snoke from Star.
At that point, you're just bullying an old.
But
man
she
on
did
Twitter.
say LMFAO.
Yeah, that's shit. That's shitty of her. What the hell? That's so fucking.
Yeah,
If somebody was making fun of my new husband or wife on Twitter, I'd be pissed.
yeah, I would say that
Like-
our friend here in the Waffle House shirt. This was a mean joke until she full on.
Well, let's say he's still mean for that, but she is way worse for just like openly laughing at it instead of being like, "Hey,
Well, I
it's
think
like my husband."
I think
bro."
he knew she was gonna get a laugh out of it, and then
Yeah.
potentially hit him up when Lee perishes.
anything for hype.
He's playing the long
Clout.
game. He's trying to marry. He's trying to be Mr. Vagina Jones Hopkins. So this is it. This is the Courier News, and this is them. This is the website. This is them said they're married. Like
Wow.
this is on Russellville, Arkansas's news website. So this is pretty damning. I don't think they could, as a joke, get that on a fucking news website. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Well, I think you just like send in your wedding announcement. You just say, "Hey, we're getting married," and they just put it in the newspaper.
Yeah,
You don't think you have to prove it with like?
I don't
probably
think so.
like your marriage license or whatever. But
So
That's
yeah,
not
I'm saying
how it
that if they have a marriage license, I'm saying legally they're married. I'm guessing. Like
I'm sure, but
Yeah, like
I don't think
legal-
it's that hard to get in the newspaper.
no, you just have to get legally married, which takes 5 minutes. Like we could go get married like tomorrow
We could.
at 8
wait
a.m.
for the marriage license
at the
I don't know how
courthouse.
the state Illinois works. State of Illinois.
Just print one
works.
off, print one off on some fucking.
Fake it.
And then October 12th, she defends Lee's mental state. He has dementia. How is this consensual? Do you know anything about dementia, or do you just assume it's all stage 7 Alzheimer's? Usually he doesn't know what the day of the month is and calls me Ola. His cognitive state is not questioned at all. I'm assuming Ola is his deceased wife,
Ooh.
which it's just the beginning of Olivia. But it's just crazy that she's like in these arguments with people,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
on Twitter, like
Yeah,
having
I would just
defend this.
block that person if I was her.
So
And argue with them.
here's an article about them. This is about the car accident. So the couple's pastor says Elizabeth had been diagnosed with dementia nearly 6 years ago, and Lee was started to. How is that a real article? Was starting to show signs of dementia as well. Believes this couple simply lost their way. One of the things about Lee is he's very independent, strong-minded, strong-willed person. Not going to ask for directions. If he gotten confused and doesn't know where he is, he'll just keep driving around. So that sounds like dementia, like very much so. The priest is thinking that of their church. Wait, did you say they were Catholic? I don't think it would say pastor.
Presbyterian.
Oh, Presbyterian. Okay.
Same difference. Shorter ceremonies.
So October 12th again, after reaching over 3,500 followers, had fewer than 1,000 at the time of their wedding. Her account is gone. Her account is still gone, and I thought I had a picture of it being gone as of yesterday. I guess not. And according to those in the group, she originally expressed her intent to begin a relationship with Lee a while back. She was told to stop multiple times, and eventually at a separate group. Eventually a separate group was made when she continued the pursuit of Mr. Hopkins. And then this dude was in the group chat. We said it was weird and off-putting. We encouraged her to stop. And, yeah. Friends started to not be okay with it. Then we got some more screenshots here. Oh, yeah, these are just people contacting the church. And the church are just kind of like, okay, thank you for the concern.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it looks like they are just doing a form reply, as Jacky states here. It does seem like they're just kind of like, all right, which is also weird. But the fact that they thank you for your concern. Like they said Lee, so like he's part of that church. I mean, this is just kind of more proof of the realness, I guess. And then we got some more stuff. I've been posting about Lee for months. Why was it not reasonable to be shocked when I found out about that? Wait. Wasn't I saw him once a morning for a pill, and when he moved out, he asked me to stay. I said no, but after he moved, my supervisor sent me over to check on him, and he needed me, so I stayed. So this is her like saying, I don't know, that she was actually the nurse, because that hasn't really been explicitly stated until this spot here. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so as of last night, her account was still gone, which BeansHype, again, do not understand the meaning of that name. Big Bean.
Me neither. You'd think I'd understand it.
Yeah, right? Like, Beans is not in her names at all. And here's Carl again from before. And my husband is 89, reply gal. She, they, 19. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got him because this is when she deleted her account. And Carl had his little bit of beef with her. So now, this is an interesting thing. This was in one of the articles, which again, that article, I mean, that is like a tiny little news company. Brookdale has contacted the Nationalist Review to confirm that Lee Hopkins is not a resident at any of their facilities. And Brookdale is the place, and it is unclear in what capacity Stone was tasked with providing care to the senior citizen before marrying him. Now, does this just mean, hey, is Lee a resident there? Oh, no, he's not.
And she said that he moved out.
Okay, yeah. So, but this makes it seem like they're like, oh, no, he was never here. But I think what they just mean is like, oh, yeah, he's not a resident here because they're in a house together now because he has her and the caretaker. And of course people have doxed her. Here it is blurred out, but obviously people.
I follow her. That's probably where I found it from.
What, the doxer or this?
Bob of Ganoush.
Oh, I thought you meant you followed this doxer. See, go attack her a little bit. It's like I don't. It doesn't need that. She didn't like kill somebody or rape somebody. Like, I think this should be looked into heavily, but this isn't a doxing situation.
Like, at the very worst, like, if it's, like, true that he does have dementia, she's, like, full-blown, like, taking advantage of, like, a disabled person.
Yeah.
Like, the marriage would just be annulled, and that would be most of it.
But, in this doxer's defense, I found that information just looking this up. So, I'm, like, this bitch should have realized, oh, this is 100% tied to me. Like, I just got out of high school. All of that information about me is fresh. Like, I just got out of high school. There's going to be articles about me graduating. I'm going to do this with my real name. It's just like, I don't think she realized, like, and I don't think anybody.
She had less than 1,000 followers. That'd be like if I suddenly was, like,
dating a 70-year-old.
Dating a 70-year-old and posting about it and, like, everybody blew me up. Like, if you wanted to dox me, you could so easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is just like there's a lot of people. It's very easy to get that information, and I don't think people realize that. So I just what I'm saying is I don't think she realized how tying this story to her name at 19 was not a good idea because there's some people. Like Shay here, who are going to leak this information publicly to X amount of followers. So yeah, I didn't have this blurred out. She blurred this out already. So I didn't ever see it in this, but like I said, don't do anything with that. Do not dox her. Yeah, do not dox this girl. But very easy to do so because of the way that she has her real name on fucking everything.
Happens.
And then yeah, here's Jacky, and thank you, Jacky, for putting this together. This was and that location, Chicago, the one in Illinois. That's very funny.
Oh, so maybe we could get Jacky here.
Yeah, we probably but that's a very funny joke.
Yeah,
the one in Illinois. And yeah, is that the end? Yeah, that's the end of what I got. So yeah, I guess what are our thoughts on this? This is this one's a lot. Obviously, at first it doesn't seem that bad, but very quickly with the he's gonna die and the sexual shit. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't be talking about this old man eating you out and dying, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I
Eating
don't.
her out is funny. That's
Yeah,
that's
but I
funny.
doubt he wants
That's-
that.
No.
I bet he has no
But that
idea
is
what Twitter even
normal-
is.
That is normal Twitter antics.
Yeah, but
to make
dating
jokes
someone
about
7 years older than
getting
you
pussy
isn't
eaten.
normal antics ever. So that's why it's.
It could definitely be predatory. She could definitely be 100% taking advantage of him. She could also be being predatory and honestly not realize it. She could. There's a chance, one, that she actually believes she's in love with him. That she just ran with the idea of, oh, I really like this old man. Oh, I checked on him. Oh, he loves me. Sometimes you just respond to people being in love with you, bro. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying there's possibilities. It's not black and white for sure.
And I understand like what being polyamorous is, but the way she's acting on Twitter, just with to other dudes, like send me a picture of your meat.
Swingers be swinging.
I get,
He
I
sounds
guess
like an old school swinger. He sounds like a baller.
he could be an old
Except
school
for the
swinger.
part where he was
I-
fighting wars in Laos, but at the time they did have the draft, so I suppose it's not as bad. But still,
Eating pugs. But
well, if I was in a situation where somebody like were to, would you eat dog?
if I
Like, you don't
didn't have
you
to,
don't
I
have
would
to-
pick
No.
dog.
You don't have to go kill it or anything, but like you're at a restaurant and they're like, we already have dog meat.
Fuck no.
You don't have to kill another dog.
They're like, we have no
Would
other
you like
meat.
us? I mean, if they had like pork and chicken and other stuff still, and they would be like, but if you would like to try dog,
I'd be
you
like,
can try
I'll
dog.
try. You can try for the first time. I'd be like, you got duck, because that'd be the first time for me to try that too.
you
I
ever
mean,
had duck?
yeah, I'd be like, let me try
You
duck.
should have duck. It's pretty good. It's a little greasy, but like I would try. I wouldn't want like a whole plate of it, but I would be like, can you just bring me like a
If they had like the
small-
little Sam's Club samplers.
Fucking
Exactly.
at the mall.
Toothpick.
I would have like a toothpick of dog meat and be like, wow, that is what dog meat is like.
No,
Oh.
fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. No,
Yeah, I really
thanks.
don't know if I would need that.
I think the only animals I couldn't eat would be like people.
I wouldn't do
probably,
cats
like-
either for sure.
I could do cat.
I
I
could-
couldn't do like great apes. I couldn't eat like a gorilla or like an orangutan.
I could eat the fuck out of an orangutan.
You could eat an orangutan, but you couldn't eat a dog. Are you serious?
This is gonna sound fucked up, but I could eat a person, part of a person, before I could eat a dog. But the only reason I would probably end up eating a little bit of a dog before person is because you can get really sick from eating people. You get addicted to it, and you get like the shakes if you don't eat people.
raccoon meat.
Like I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't think
You get the
it's
hunger. You get the hunger for human flesh.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen off of a little bit, but like it'll make your brain rot and shit. But
Prions.
yeah, like I guess if it was a survival situation, like if we're in a cave in Mount Everest and there's like one other person and a dog, I would probably try to kill the person after the dog. But then again, I don't know. That's tough. That one person could feed me and that dog pretty good, and we could actually maybe make it out of there. But that dog might not be able to feed me and the other person well enough for us to both make it out of there.
I don't know. At that point, I don't really love dealing with struggle. I'll probably just make the sacrifice and let the dog and another person eat me.
That's
would eat the
fucking
dog for sure.
way too
You guys are
passive.
crazy. I would for sure eat the dog.
That's way too passive. Just be like, fine.
No, I don't want to deal with being cold and like trapped and maybe not make it out anyway. Fuck it, bro. Slice me up in like a tauntaun.
I guess that would be a hard
my body
thing
for
to deal
warmth.
with once you made it out.
Yeah, bro. I'm fucked up enough. I don't need to like picture myself killing a dog and then maybe eventually the human after that. No thanks.
The synopsis of that is I would like to be starving and about to die before I have to eat dog meat.
How horny would you have to be to a fucking 89-year-old woman?
I mean, again,
I would
is
have to be pretty horny and also like in my 70s.
No way you would do it now.
An 89-year-old woman?
She's totally there cognitively. We're taking that off the table. She's there. She's sharp as a tack.
it's gonna sound cliche, but do I get the PS5?
Yeah, you get a PS5 after.
If I get a PS5 and if she's like Helen Mirren 89, yeah.
Yeah, I
Helen
mean,
Mirren's cute. How old is
Hey,
Helen?
at least
Mirren
not a
now?
bad looking dude. He's not an ugly cat.
No.
dude, he looks
but-
like Snoke. No, I'm just kidding.
But like, I don't know if I want to be with somebody with liver spots yet. I want to wait until like I'm at least close to getting liver spots before I try to hook up with anybody with liver spots. If that makes
that liver
any
spot
sense.
synergy. It's weird.
Yeah, we can rub liver spots. It'd be badass.
It seemed like she was living with him very quickly. And
Yeah, July to now, that is extremely fast.
but also it seems like I mean, that can't be a bad paying job. Working in a nursing
and
home.
another way to look at it too is, let's assume that Lee is going to die in the next couple years. Let's give him 3 years. Let's be kind of cool about it.
That's pretty fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she lives with him for 3 years. They moved in fast, but she lives with him for 3 years, and then she's got, assuming she does well in the litigation, she's got all this money now. She's 22 and has her whole life ahead of her with millions of dollars. It's not like she's given up that much because she's got a lot of time left, and it's not like he's given up that much. He's not risking that much because he doesn't have a lot of time left. Might as well have the girl come in and.
I guess, but if he has 6 grandchildren, and they get nothing,
And if he has all that stuff set up in a trust, then it's probably like already been arranged for, like, all of his finances.
Yeah, well, and again, we don't know when the son dies, so the
grandkids and
trust might have been mostly to go to the son.
and we don't know how rich he is, because like if he's got a half
Piss shit
a
and
bill,
vomit on yourself, Rich.
what?
She says she was gonna piss shit and vomit on herself.
That
He's
is
so rich.
very, yeah. I mean,
That's some good money.
I would piss shit and vomit on myself for like $5,000.
yeah.
But I think she was saying not that she would do it for that, but like if someone was like, "Yeah, I have $5,000."
$5,000, I would piss shit and vomit myself.
No, you would
No,
not.
she had an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
She was pissed, shit, and vomiting on herself. Sure. No. God, yeah. It's a lot, and if he is if he does have like a half a bill, and there's 6 grandkids, and they each get $1 million, and she gets 494. Like, I guess that's better. But like, if she's the sole like beneficiary and gets all of it, and the grandkids, who I guess what did she say, 13 years old? Oh well,
It makes him 32.
okay. I guess they're not like children. No, wait, no. She said I would have great
One's
grandchildren.
13 years older than her.
Her step
32,
grandson.
and so he has kids. One of them has kids.
Yeah.
It said.
So they could be like, if
Okay.
he had kids at 18, they could be like 15 right now.
Well, 32-year-old, they could be a baby. So the great grandchildren could be losing money here. Not that your great grandchildren are like
That could be
have
like
to
a
get
college
your
fund.
money, but yeah, that would. I mean, I'm sure that could go very far. But yeah, I always just wonder how
Down
rich
payment
Lee
on a
is.
house or something.
I didn't look at what his jobs were in the past. I'm sure I could find that, but again,
Well,
I
at
feel
least
weird.
soldier. And at least, like he might get some like benefits from that since he was in Laos.
Yeah, he's get some fucking
Like if he was ever,
some war crime residual
yeah,
some war crime royalties.
and like if he ever was like injured or something like that, where it continues. Like there's some situations where you can continue to get healthcare through the military, or like through TRICARE, which is like the military insurance plan.
Yeah,
So like his biggest expense right now would be his medical bills, because if he was having caretakers and living in a home, that's crazy fucking expensive, and that's where like half of people's retirement income goes
he
to.
probably got life insurance on his wife too, as fucked as that is.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I guess I'm not trying to shine a bad light on my boy Lee, but this is a weird thing to circle back to too. When he said the thing about the puzzle pieces, what do you think the chances of that not being the opposite of what we thought was?
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
he's
He could definitely be
Where he
racist.
said, "Why are you
Of course.
segregating them? They're puzzle pieces, not people." Again, I'm not trying to shine a bad light on Lee, but it's just a different time.
Yeah, I think
He was born in what, 1930?
right. So I'm pretty sure
right
it's
before
the
Hitler.
civil rights stuff and before all that happened. I don't think
But
segregation
he would have been in his 30s.
had the
during
meaning
civil
it
rights
had.
movement.
Yeah, he was like 4 years old when Hitler was getting real funky. Yeah, again, I'm not trying to shit on Lee. I don't know why I thought.
Yeah, he could very well deserve to be taken advantage of. If he is being taken advantage of, we don't know.
Yeah, and I think ultimately, whether she's taking advantage of him or not, that should have been, as we've said, infinitely more private. Makes for funny Twitter, but not when there's a face and a dead wife's face you can put to the story. Like, it just adds a whole other layer of fucking just, oh no, like, this seems rough, but I don't know if we'll ever know. Her Twitter is deleted, so maybe she'll kill him.
There will be at some point.
Yeah,
Find out.
I would like to think. Yeah, even if it's like years, like 3 years from now, I think.
Yeah, just set a news alert for Olivia Hopkins.
Honestly, I've never used Google Alerts. That would be the one I would use. For us,
We probably should for the podcast, just to like keep up on certain characters.
There's a couple names, yeah, that'd probably be good to have the feeler. I mean, you can usually
just find on Instagram or YouTube.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, because you can set them for like yourself. See when people like mention you and shit on any part of the internet. But yeah, I'm usually able to follow up pretty good with people on Instagram. She does not have an Instagram though, and to my
knowledge, said she did.
What?
The one tweet that was blurred out. She might have deleted that too. When she got doxxed.
Oh, I guess yeah. To my knowledge, there's no pictures of that. There's a BeansHype. It's a gaming Instagram.
Yeah, she probably just has a different name on there.
There's an Olivia Hopkins and Stone, but they're just like girls.
Mm-hmm.
They're just random girls. They're just boring old girls that didn't marry fucking 89-year-olds, so there's no reason to mention them. Fucking basic bitches.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not in the know, you probably wouldn't find my Instagram just by typing in my name. I might say David Bean in the name, but I mean, my handle's Dead Webkins.
That's true, yeah. Shameless self-plug there.
Yeah, and my Twitter's different. It's David Eats Ass, so.
He might marry a fucking 90-year-old. Keep an eye on him. We'll see.
Would you do? Just don't tweet about it.
Yeah, I'll keep it on our ass. I'll keep it in our group chat only.
Just get the PS5 and move on.
In our group chat. Well.
So yeah, I wanted this episode to be like almost 2 different things, and I'm not sure whether we could fit the other thing into it or not.
For like what?
It's been a full hour. The only other, I mean, the thing would be like 10 minutes. Do you want to do it or no?
Let's do it. Bonus round.
Okay. So speaking of PS5, we had some very big PlayStation news the other day. I don't know if either of you saw
I have no idea.
Like
but
yeah, I saw this.
They recently told everyone that party chats may be recorded.
Ooh.
So there's been lots of jokes about
by other users.
Yes, by other users on the PS4, but on the PS5, it might not be just other users.
Oh,
is what they're saying.
Wait, where does it say that?
I think in so there's this thing here, which is what just popped up when people were trying to get into it. Also, when they updated this, it just ruined the system, and people couldn't even see their friends list, couldn't join parties. People were just like, "Fuck you! I'm switching to Xbox."
That happens like once a year with shit, though.
Yeah, but it was in midst of like, "Hey guys, update. Party chats can be recorded," and then they just didn't work at all. So it was just like with both of those combined, it was like, fuck you. Like if you go to their most recent like game announcement, the comments are just like, you fucking pieces of shit. You fucking pieces of trash. Like
Discord.
That's what I'm thinking.
Use Discord instead.
I think what's gonna happen is if this becomes like an actual fear of people, because okay, you shouldn't be saying certain
You
things.
getting your Facebook money, bro?
What?
Sign up for your Facebook money?
Yeah, I did.
Hell yeah. You gotta sign up for it, bro.
How much?
It's like $400.
What? That class action lawsuit order?
Yeah, up to it's like minimum 200. It's like 2 to 6.
Yeah, you gotta do it by the end of November, though. If you live in Illinois, sue fucking Facebook. You gotta have a PayPal account, though. But
dude, and I'm kind of pissed, fucking, because Oculus, that's what this cord is, if ever anyone's ever wondered, is that's my VR headset, and it's Oculus, and they're owned by Facebook, which is good because Facebook has a lot of money and can make it better, but also I just got this notification the other day that come 2023, so a little bit from now, you can't just have an Oculus account anymore. Your VR shit has to be tied to your Facebook, which I'm like, are you fucking? This thing is basically little cameras in my room. It sees my eyes move. It feels my hands move.
Facebook does like evil stuff in other countries. There's like foreign governments have used Facebook for very, very nefarious purposes.
So it's like my eyes and my hands are tied to my Facebook now. Like I was like, fuck that, dude. I'm just gonna make a fake Facebook.
Yeah, I have a fake Facebook. I pretty much just have it for real bros, but
yeah. And like maybe I won't have this, or I'll have a different brand by then or something. But like that pissed me off that it was like something that can see your eyes move. This one can't, but some VR headsets can. Are now tied to like your name and shit. I'm like, dude, fuck that. Like that means like if you have your credit card attached to your Facebook, that's attached to your soch. It's like your eyes are attached to your soch. Fuck that, dude.
It's all attached.
I'm sure it's pretty attached now, but it's just like very definitive things are being latched together now, and it's like the puzzle pieces, the segregated puzzle pieces, are truly being plugged together now.
Yeah, that's like the one good thing I have to say about Apple is they've been very uncooperative with the FBI and CIA trying to get at their like fingerprint bases and stuff.
Yes, and there are situations where it's like, okay, someone was murdered. Drop the text. I think Apple's like suck a dick, which in that case is kind of like
fuck the Alphabet boys. They can't get shit. Fuck them.
Okay,
I agree with Apple on that.
But if there is like a real murder,
no, you set a bad precedent if you let people in that shit.
I know, but like the one murder that was at the U of I,
it's just an itsy bitsy violation.
No, I know, but think about like the one at the U of I where that guy murdered the Asian chick, and there was just no proof. Like, there's certain ones where it's like, yeah, but again, yeah, like you said, that there is the precedent, but that's when it becomes such a weird gray area. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure Apple the whole time has just been like, suck a dick. No, like, it doesn't matter, because if we give it to you for something that's real, you'll want it for something that's not as real.
Yeah, they're probably up to their own shady business, though.
You want it to round up information about protesters.
Denied that they're recording party chat conversations on PS4, but they have admitted other people will be able to do so once the PS5 comes out.
Yeah, so it just sounds like people are able to record.
So
you can do that on Xbox.
Yeah, if you're being mean to me in the group chat, I can turn on record, and then I can.
Well, what it is,
and you can like
there's a report.
Like, save like the last however many seconds. Then you can save like that clip, and it saves like the voice chat stuff. So it's like already.
Because you can do like a screen. You can do a screen record, but can you straight up? Someone's talking shit to you, you say, hey, the last minute record, and send it in as a report.
Maybe. I figured it would be like, you're being mean to me, so I turn it on and start recording, and then I just get everything you say after I start recording.
Well,
I don't know
know
if
how
you
like when you do something crazy on Grand Theft Auto, will pull the last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on Xbox, you can just like hit like 2 buttons. It takes like a second, and you can record up to the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, but can you send it in?
That file?
I guess
like if you were, because you have that file.
Yeah.
So like if you were to go through the steps, it sounds like they just have like a dedicated button for that.
Yes, and obviously people in your party are probably people that aren't gonna report you. You know what I mean?
I only play with the boys.
Yeah, like it would be weird to be playing with randos and then like say something.
It seems like a cracking down on cyberbullying on kids thing, because more and more kids are playing games online, and
yeah. This is for like.
They don't want another Modern Warfare 2 situation on their hands.
And that's the thing is like, obviously you shouldn't be saying slurs, but that, like being a piece of shit was like.
That's half of gaming.
That's part. Yeah, that's part of like being an Xbox Live party. It's just like
people aren't even like able to play games because of it. Like if any like woman ever tries to go, like if you've been in like a lobby and then just like a girl shows up and like they just leave or they mute everything and. That would be shitty. Maybe you can curtail that.
So yeah,
maybe make gaming a bit more inclusive.
It doesn't explicitly say anywhere that like yes, Sony's, and there's no way Sony could just be like the NSA and be recording and like listening. You know how many like in parties like how much silence there is and how much screaming there is. Like there's nobody sitting there like just listening. There's nobody's job that would kill themselves like if they were just fucking if their job was just to listen to party. Chat for 8 hours.
Saved as data, and then if it comes up at some point, like
now it's actually being.
We need some dirt on this person. What's all of the files that we have connected to them? They go to all their social medias. You go through their recorded.
Because now
conversations.
This is tied to your Netflix, your Facebook, which is tied to your eyes. So basically, your slurs and your eyes and your fingerprints can all be put together now into one folder.
But there's the recognition software, and it just like hones in on someone. You see like the red box around their face, and the red text just pops up. It's like said the N-word, 2014.
Now, see. PlayStation records party audio, people that use racial slurs, and the Arthur hand meme. But yeah, I understand why there's not a huge reason to be upset, but I also understand, I guess, the concern. It's kind of like with gaming, it always felt so comfortable, and then I think microtransactions was the turn of where there just was weird shit. So now, you being recorded, your eyes being looked at. Just things along these lines are just kind of like I'm trying to feel safe and kill people. I'm trying to
make us big.
Oh yeah, like I'm trying to do the what's the one Call of Duty where you mow down all the innocent people?
Modern Warfare 2.
Like I'm trying to do that in the peace of my own home with no eyes on me when I play that mission 14 times in a row.
Just now, like getting upset about like the surveillance state and all of that. They're fucking morons. And
That's like it has been since
it's like the
pre-cell
Blackberries
phones
were a thing.
Yeah, like right before cell phones was probably like the start of it. And then
they have so much metadata on you.
But now
That's why I block every ad I see just to throw them off. just to get them off the set a little bit.
But yeah, I guess people are mad now because of just how blatant they are. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and there's really nothing you can do because you're gonna keep playing the games. And yeah, I'm not upset about it. I might get a PS5 if I do. If there's ever an actual issue, I doubt Discord will ever do that.
Yeah. I haven't played Bloodborne yet. Of course, I'm gonna get a PS5. I want to play it so bad.
I've heard very good things about Bloodborne. But all right, folks, that's our crazy gold digging bitch and our crazy PlayStation news. We got anything you want to add? You're being a reply by over there.
My mom texted me to say she loved me.
Being a reply by to your mom.
My mom said hi.
I'm gonna say Caleb loves you too. Xavier has not made up his mind.
What? About being a reply by? I am not officially.
No, about loving my mom.
About loving your mom?
Yeah.
She ain't 89. And if she ain't 89, she's no lady of mine.
Bye. She take my money when I'm in need.